Pizza.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken and chips.
McDonald's.
Diet Coke and Pepsi.
Bounty and Snickers.
I like chewy sweets.
Loads of people are smoking these days, so you see it every day now.
Do you see people getting drunk and breaking out fights?
There's lots of people smoking and drinking a lot.
Weed is a drug.
Heroin.
Cocaine is white stuff and you sniff it through your nose.
We live in a society of increasing mass communication, advertising, television, newspapers and so on. And everybody in that society is under pressure from all sorts of information. Young people in particular are susceptible to that pressure and also to pressure from their peers to adopt habits which are not always in their best interests and certainly not in the interests of their health.
The mobile classroom is a totally unique environment. Our aim is to provide resources which the school wouldn't be able to provide in the classroom. We cover a lot of themes which link with the personal, social and health education which the school would be doing in their curriculum. And the aim is we try and visit every class in the school from nursery up to year 6. Now some of those drugs we mentioned in that list were non-medical drugs. We believe it's very important to build on children's self-esteem. So for the brief period of time that the children are in the mobile classroom with us, we aim to make it a very positive experience for them, to make their contributions feel valued.
And the programmes are very carefully structured so that the children, year on year, they learn more.
Has anybody got any idea how many bones there are inside the human body? Go on, have a guess.
205.
That is a brilliant guess. Are you a doctor? Because there are, on average, about 206 bones inside the body.
Different foods do different jobs, you can't always tell.
We're able to build a different relationship with the children, build a special sort of rapport, which is important in this sort of work because it allows children to explore issues which are potentially quite sensitive.
Cheer me up when I'm having a sad day.
I like the bit when Harold had a headache.
He's got a headache, so Harold, you shouldn't really take this medicine.
I think a great strength of the Life Education programme is that it's been designed in such a way that it meshes quite naturally and comfortably with the 4 strands of the national curriculum for PSHE and citizenship.
The quality of the educators is incredibly high. They're able to establish a fantastic rapport with the children, so that the children don't actually look on it as a learning experience, but actually look at it as a fun session. In that way, they actually do learn and they do remember it.
Now, this time, when I put the scarf on, I'm going to be the teacher on duty at playtime, the playground.
In the year 3, we use exercise for various purposes. We can use it to get the heart rate up, to talk about heart rate and how it's important it is to exercise.
In the air, make your body move, turn around.
So although it's good fun and the children are up enjoying themselves, moving about, there's a lot of learning going in there as well.
Bye, Harold.
We also invite parents in so that parents can come and see what we do as well, and it will encourage them to go home and talk to their children about what we've done in here.
And they'll go, whoa! The parents are always very positive when they come in. We also talk them through the themes and the major thrust of the programme, so we give them an idea of where we're coming from and what our philosophy is.
Each one of you has a brain that looks like me, but you can't see it because it's safe inside your head.
The children are actually going to remember it really well because you know that you've got a professional delivery with top quality resources which in fact the school couldn't afford to buy.
In the Year 5 programme, we're aiming to try and put across this awe and wonder aspect, and we're also making that link between things like alcohol, how it can affect the liver, tar from cigarette smoke and how that will affect the lungs. So those are the things we're going to be picking up on later in the programme. Any idea what that black sticky stuff is called? Yeah. Yeah, tar not only blackens the lungs, but can actually block up the lungs and make it more difficult for the oxygen to get into the blood. And we'll talk about
The Year 6 programme has a big emphasis on peer influence, on how other people, similar ages to ourselves, how they can influence our choices and our decisions.
We all gotta get drunk, otherwise it won't be any fun.
Yeah, I'll have some, Ben.
I don't want you to, and that's my dad's stuff.
We focus on assertiveness skills, being able to stand up when somebody wants to say no, when they're in a difficult situation.
It's new, I'm worried it might get damaged.
Go on.
No, I don't want to lend it out yet.
Oh, come on.
I don't want to lend my bike to you.
The pressures are constantly surrounding them, particularly TV, video games, and the pressures are quite subtle.
If some people know the effects of drugs on the body, why do you think people might take drugs anyway?
To have much fun.
Yeah, they think we're going to have more fun.
They'll do it to calm down.
Yeah, okay.
They'll do it to to make themselves look cool.
We also talk about having fun without taking drugs.
One of the things I like about the Life Education classroom is it's as trendy as any of the programmes will be. It actually has a lot more clout than some of the external advertising that can happen.
We learnt how to deal with problems, and it was good because somebody would ask you, just take a cigarette, and we had to try and make them just go away from you.
I learnt something like what drugs can do and what it does to affect your body.
I like the video because it tells you how to deal with bullying and how to say no.
Fantastic. Put your hands on
Over the last 2 years, we've seen a massive increase in bookings. Massive. And I think in the main, that's because schools trust the, if you like, service that's provided. They think it's good, they think it's of high quality and it's consistent.
Life Education, I believe, is very much in the forefront of leading the way in terms of educational philosophy and the way that we teach and work with the children. I think it's a very exciting environment in which to work.
All sorts of medical research now shows that what you start with in life is very, very important, and that environment and that influence on that environment is crucial, whether it's the brain, your metabolism, your exercise and so on. So any charity which supports education for children early on to adopt the right healthy habits so that their health later on is going to be as good as possible must be something worth supporting, and that's why I support this charity so strongly.